Hello, it's Luke Slisky, Slisky Land Management. Making this video here, I decided to make a watering system. So I've seen a couple videos online, I've seen some people post some stuff on Facebook, so I wanted to try my hand at it. And this is my take on it for right now. Technically it's the second version. I tried it one way and it didn't work. So this is my second attempt at it. So here's what I've got. So this is a 275 gallon IBC tote. You can see these 2x4s up on top of it here. This is originally where I had my trash pump mounted. So I've got the Harbor Freight Predator 212cc. Predator 212cc 2-inch trash pump. So originally I had it mounted right up here. You can see the black marks from the little rubber feet on it. I had it mounted here. Then I had the inlet was over here, and I had it just a simple 90-degree pipe going straight down into the tank. And I tried doing it that way. What I found the first time I did it, I did a male 2-inch NPT threaded adapter to a 2-inch PVC. Then I did a simple 90-degree elbow, and then it was straight pipe down. And I thought that I could do it without gluing the elbow, because I wanted to be able to. There's no way you could unscrew the 2-inch NPT thread if the elbow was glued, because it couldn't spin, couldn't rotate. So I tried just doing it loose. I found that didn't work at all. The vibration of the engine was too much. So what I found out is when I ran it, the vibration of the engine was way too quick, or way too much, and it would bust that elbow loose. So then I decided to go with the 2-inch NPT male threads right off the engine. Then I went with a little bit of straight pipe. Then I went with a gluable or a solvent fitting union, which basically is just two pieces that like a nut and a bolt, that bolt it together. And then another straight piece, then the elbow, and then the drop. So basically that allows me, it's a joint that allows me to take those two halves together, apart. Allows me to put them together, take them apart, and then it wouldn't have to have this big rotating, big piece that rotates and spins. So I came up with that. I had all those parts here, so it didn't cost me anything. They were all parts I had from a leftover project. I tried that. As far as being able to move it and everything, it works perfectly fine. So I tried running it, and I could not keep prime. So with these engines, for those of you that might not know what the prime part is, I'll show you here. This little inlet right here, before you start this engine up, you have to remove this engine. You have to fill this thing full of water. This housing, this is the impeller housing. You have to fill that full of water, and then it's able to draw water in. This is the inlet. It's able to draw water in, and it has a big impeller in there, and then it's able to push water out. So what I found was it did not have enough power to be able to pull the water up, straight up a tube, and then into the motor, and or into the impeller, and then out. So it would lose prime quite a bit very quickly, and it just didn't have the flow that I was looking for. It worked, but it didn't. I was only getting like 10 to 15 feet worth of water stream out the end of the hose. So I went to Menards, and I came up with this setup right here. So I've got these cam lock couplings, and Menards are called Gator locks. I'll show you. I think you can see right there, Gator lock coupling. So this is a 2-inch NPT threads coupling to a female to a 2-inch male gator lock coupling. Then this is the female gator lock coupling to a 2-inch male hose barb. And I've got a 2-inch pipe, 2-inch ID pipe, and then the same thing here. I've got a 2-inch female gator lock coupling to a 2-inch hose barb, and then it goes on to the IBC tote. Now the IBC tote also has threads on it. They're 2-inch buttress threads, so you could go that route if you wanted to. I wanted to make this all quick connect because I don't want to fill this up with my garden hose all the time. I don't want to run my well pump that much. I don't pay for water. I'm on well water out here in the country, so I'm not concerned about that. I just don't want to put that much use on my well pump if I don't have to. So we have a creek right behind my house. We have a creek that we can get down to. Over on the west of my house, west of my parents' house, we have a pond that I can get to if I need to draw water. So I think that's the route that I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna take, earlier I talked about a 90-degree union and all that stuff. I'm gonna adapt that to here. So basically I can keep it on the trailer. And this is my temporary setup. This is not gonna be my permanent setup that I use this thing for all the time, because this is my dad's trailer that I just threw this stuff on temporarily for the time being. But I'm gonna leave it mounted to the trailer, and I can drive the trailer right down to the creek. And I'm gonna use that PVC pipe, and I'll just 90-degree it right through the side of the trailer and out, and I can get my suction and right into the creek. I get my inlet side that'll go right into the creek, and then it'll fill the tank up from there, and I'll just simply take my hose and go up in there. So this is the setup that I have come up with for right now. I liked the idea of the fact that my pump sat up on top of the 2x4s, but it didn't work. I think I'm gonna keep the 2x4s up there right now. I actually screwed them down to the cage of the tank. I liked that because then I could put it on my skid steer, put it on the forks on my skid steer, and I could just drive that around instead of having to use my dad's trailer and pull it with our little tractor, or pull it with my skid steer if I have to, if he's using the little tractor for mowing or whatever. This is not my permanent setup. I might make a dedicated trailer. I haven't decided just yet. I might make a dedicated trailer. If I do, I'm thinking about putting at least 2 totes on that dedicated trailer and seeing how that goes from there. I think this will empty this tank in about 5 to 10 minutes, something like that. So I think it might be a time factor. If I'm going down to the creek to get water, I might want more than 1 tank. I saw a guy that did a video, had 2 tanks on his trailer, and that seemed to be the way to go, and I might consider that. But I'm gonna try this out for right now, see how it works, and then I'll make a decision from there. So if that's the case, I've got some old farm equipment around here, sitting in a fence row back here. I've got some old farm equipment that I've got wheels and hubs. They're heavy duty. I've got an old, well, you can actually see it from here, it's sitting in the weeds. Back here is an old cultivator that I had bought. Honestly, I bought it to use the shanks for legs for coffee tables, for these old rustic coffee tables I was making. And it's got some four perfectly good hubs and wheels on them. So I might cannibalize some of the steel off of that and make a trailer. And that's heavy enough that it can support at least 2, if not 4, IBC totes. They'll be filled up. I think an IBC tote itself full is right around 2,000 pounds. I haven't done the math on it. That's just a real quick shoot from the hip thought on the weight. But yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of weight, way too much for our little trailer here. It's a 3,500 pound trailer, so that's way too much. So yeah, so anyways, that's the setup that I've got for right now. Like I said, this is an extremely temporary setup. Just wanted to get it up, get it functional, and give it a shot. And then as I start using this more and figuring out how I'm going to use it, I will definitely then make the improvements and make it more of a permanent setup. And when I do that, I will probably make another video or do something quick to kind of chronicle that way you can see what works for me, and it might work for your setup as well. So go ahead and I'll pause the video, and then a little bit later today I will take it down to the field and show a video of it running. Okay, we got the water trailer hooked up behind the Kubota tractor, as you can see. Heading down to our food plot in our west field to show how this works. I started this video this morning showing the trailer and all that, and the water pump and everything, how I got everything set up. But I realized that it was wet from the rain the night before. Last night we got 2/10 of an inch of rain. We hadn't had any rain in quite a while, so I wanted to wait until the field was dry, until the dirt was dry. That way you kind of get the best view of where it was able to get wet from a certain spot, what kind of distance I was able to shoot it, shoot the water from standing in one spot, and all that. So anyway, so I waited until this afternoon. It is almost 5 o'clock. Down here to the food plots, and we'll get this thing set up and get some water going. Just got it down on the road off my driveway. Here we go. 3 weeks ago. We planted our fluke plot as soon as we could after that, and have not had a drop of rain since until last night. We got 2 tenths. So I don't know if you can tell it very well, but we have some beans that are starting to grow there. So for the lack of rain that we've had, our fluke plots are starting to grow pretty good. We've got beans closest to us here, got corn farthest away. You saw when I planted with my 494.8 planter in the last video, you can see that. Beans are starting to grow very nicely. Now we just need some more moisture. Corn looks a little spotty. Closest to us, and then we've got corn from about right here to the low spot right out there is all corn. Then it's 60 yards of beans, and way down there towards the end you can see it's pretty lush green, kind of looks more like a carpet. That is sorghum, and I've got another 60 feet of beans on the very far end. Crooked. I'm not the best farmer in the world, but a wise man once told me you get a lot more corn in a crooked row than you do a straight row. Now here, I've actually got beans close to me, a 10-foot swath with the drill, and I went ahead and put the corn in it also, just for the heck of it, try it, see how it works out. I know a lot of guys do the corn and the beans together, so this is my little test of it, see how it goes. Okay. We'll get it set up here. See how it goes. See if I can put the GoPro in this post. See how that works out. Okay, setting that up. Honestly, I should have probably went with the 50-foot hose, but I've got it on low idle. And that is low idle. Okay, as you can see from that, it doesn't take long. Start off with 275 gallons of water in the IBC tote. I ran it on low throttle, as low as you could possibly go for the first, I don't know, half or 2/3 of the tank. And then I kicked it up just a little bit to see how far it could go. And I could actually shoot it across the food plot here. I want to say, if I remember right, the food plot's 30 yards. So not too bad. So I got some decent distance out of it with the fire hose setup. 100 feet is definitely way too much fire hose for the particular setup that I'm doing. I might look at getting a shorter one, 50 foot, maybe even 25 foot. Now this buffer strip will eventually grow in CRP, so I won't be able to drive into it. I'll be parked out here on the trail, so I'll at least have to go 25 feet across, or 20 feet across that. You know, so I might get a 50-foot hose or something, and maybe even cut it down. I don't know yet. I'm learning this as I go. So pretty good representation of how well this could work. It is not going to be a very quick process by any stretch of the imagination. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sure that I'm definitely going to be tweaking this process, trying to get it figured out. So if I get any better ideas on to do it, and improvements on it, like drastic improvements that I think it's worth making another video, I'll definitely make another video. But for the time being, this could be a handy way to water my food plots. Definitely be able to water my yard with it in the areas that I can't get a garden hose to without putting like a pressure, an inline pump to raise the pressure and make it go greater distances. So we'll see. I'll pretty happy with the first test, and we'll keep going with it. Again, like I said, like I've said in other videos, if you like this, I'm constantly doing stuff like this. So if you like it, hit the like button, subscribe, share with your friends. You know, leave me a comment in the comments. You know, if you tried something similar to this and you found something that works better, you know, I'm all about let me know. I'm all about learning about it and all that. So this is just stuff that I see, I want to try. I know I can build it and do it. So yeah. So anyways, thank you all, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.